Hello, friends and family, and welcome to Phú Quốc Island. In order to get here, we took a 2.5-hour car ride and then jumped on a boat ferry for another 2.5 hours, which gave me time to take a quick nap as well and get in some exercise. After my super intense workout was completed, we enjoyed the views from the top deck until we arrived at our destination, which I now refer to as Fork Island, because if you say Phú Quốc, like fork but lazy, Phú Quốc, it kind of sounds like Fork Island. Anyways, here we are at Fork Island. My wife used her Vietnamese connection and booked us a cute little boutique hotel called Not Lan Resort, which was right on the beach and ended up being like a perfect location for our trip. Once we were finished getting settled into the hotel, we ventured down the beach to grab some dinner and watch the sunset. We ended up landing upon Oxen, which ended up being a highly recommended place to watch the sunset. In the morning, we enjoyed a free breakfast at the hotel restaurant and then rented a couple of scooters so that we could pick up some supplies at the local grocery store. Since we are in a touristy place, the local store had some nice hidden gems that are hard to find on the mainland, such as seasonings of basil and oregano, which are helpful for when I make pizza here, since pizza is also really hard, well, not hard to find. You will find things called pizza and things that look like pizza, but they are not pizza. Speaking of pizza, I did a search here at Phú Quốc Island for the best pizza place, and Home Restaurant was highly recommended, so we checked it out. Seeing a brick oven was a good sign, and the pizza was actually the best pizza I've had so far in Vietnam. I did put a little too much red chilies on my last slice, so my mouth felt a little like this show that we enjoyed watching later in the evening. The next day, we got a little bit of a late start and headed to the beach at Sunset Sonata as soon as we woke up. At the Sunset Sonata Resort, we took pictures, ate at the restaurant, and enjoyed the sunset. For dinner, we headed to the local night market and splurged for a whole slipper lobster with cheese. It was pretty delicious. Afterwards, we walked around the night market for a little bit and then headed to bed early so that we'll be ready for this tour. This is our tour guide, Tongue Batch, telling us important information about today's trip. Hopefully, my wife is listening. Either way, to give you a little background, I asked V to help me schedule a snorkeling trip for Alissa Mia. And being the overachiever that she is, she booked a island photography, swimming, snorkeling, water park, cable car, and kissing bridge tour. Boy, was I tired and sunburned. We started off by arriving at this small, pretty island to take pictures and to go swimming at their beach. Next up was snorkeling, which Alissa was happy about, but it was only for like 20 or 30 minutes. After our snorkeling adventure, we headed to the water park where we first had lunch at a very large buffet, and then we enjoyed the water park for the next couple hours. Yeah. As you can see, we mostly cruised the lazy river, which they call the Lost Lagoon. Surprising enough, we were pretty tired from being lazy, but luckily the next activity was pretty chill and served a dual purpose. The Fork Island cable car is recognized by the Guinness World Record as the longest cable car across the sea in the world, with a length of approximately 5 miles. Now back at the main island, the mood changed considerably as we romantically explored the Kissing Bridge and enjoyed yet another beautiful sunset.